So this is part 2 of my series detailing my dissertation research. Hi everyone, if you're new here, my name is Breana. I'm a current third-year PhD candidate studying something called Translational Biology, Medicine, and Health, and my research is all about Black women's health and wellness. Also, I'm not a one-trick girly, we're a multifaceted queen over here, and I'm going to be competing for the title of Miss Virginia come June, so you better give me a follow. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Today I've been writing my abstract for the American Public Health Association conference, and I have to think about my preliminary themes, aka my findings, as I've gone through my focus group discussions. So because I wanted to separate my focus group discussions based on generation, so my generation Z and millennials are together, my generation X and older are together, that created very interesting conversations, particularly surrounding the impact of social media on some of the reoccurring discussion points and conversations that were being brought up with my younger generations. One of them in particular talked about that they don't want to be a strong Black woman, they don't want to be a superwoman, they really want to lean into being a soft Black woman. So for one, Black women's experience are not monolithic. There's not one sole, singular, homogenous experience for Black women. There are shared experiences, of course, but there's not one defining instance, situation, or experience that can be applied to all Black women. That was my disclaimer, and maybe you should ask yourself, before you decide to read me, have you read a book? So anyway, back to what I was saying. Thinking about that and how we separated the generations, well, what do Gen Z and millennials do? We scroll on social media and we scroll on TikTok. And because of that, I really feel like that can explain or start explaining the different cultural shifts we've seen from Black women who really embrace being a strong Black woman, really don't mind being superwoman, to seeing that, no, we can be soft, we can be treated a different way, we can have discussions about soft life and laying down our cape. One thing that social media definitely promotes is the ability to have information and shared experiences access. And so with the other video that I talked about, the Black girl boredom as a trauma response, so many people were in the comments saying like, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. That could explain why I never want to sit still, or that could explain why my mom always kept saying like I need to have a clean house in order to sit down. And so that opens up a conversation too of how can we do this differently? Can we do this differently? Or sharing, here's what I do differently. So one of my themes, particularly for the younger generation, is the impact of social media providing this cultural shift and narrative and discussion platform for Black women to really share about how I like to say, laying down their cape, or sis throw your cape away, which is probably what I'm going to title my dissertation, and really embracing this soft life, which is a theme that I'm talking about, and I even put in my APHA abstract. All I'm saying is that I'm so excited that I had the opportunity to occupy this space in that ivory tower of academia as a Black researcher and scientist. I literally cited Beyonce's 16 Carriages lyrics and my background information as something that perpetuates the adultification of Black girls and how it's already ingrained into us at a very young age. I talk about Meg Thee Stallion and how it's so important that she has Bad Bitches Have Bad Days Too.com, and she talked about that in her song because so often Black women do not talk about that because we are supposed to manifest strength and not be vulnerable with people and things like that. It's for the culture. Anyway, you should give your girl a follow and a like. Bye, y'all.